I'm short on time. So wake up, wake up. I can't use the gimbal correctly because I can't use the app for it. I should be able to, but I don't know how to do it as of yet. So you already know routine reprogramming is. Oh, they're closed today. Anyway, I'm using my gimbal, so the video should be a lot more stable now, which is what I wanted. So I was at the beach on Saturday. I broke my sunglasses. I just saw them in the car. I was just looking for them, which is why I don't have them on. So I left all this stuff inside the car. I left like food, the clothes I was wearing because I changed clothes. So all of that's in there. But Neva Beaver, what's good, y'all? Come on in. Yeah, I need to be able to use this gimbal app because it is stable. I know that, I can see that, but oh, you know what? Hold on. This is what I didn't do. I didn't connect it. Let me try and do that. Bluetooth. All right, so it's connected. Doesn't really mean anything if it's connected because it's not doing anything. Like if I switch modes, because I'm not using the app. So there's got to be something in there where I can use the app. But basically, I'm gonna go sit down on the bench. Even though I don't want to sit down, I came down here to walk. I might just sit for a moment. I was in the ocean on Saturday with sharks. Yeah. So I used to love fishing. I still do, just haven't done it. A good friend of mine says he has some fishing gear for me, so I'm gonna go check him out in about 2 weeks. So yeah, I was in the Atlantic, and there they have basically Daytona. That's the Atlantic. It's got to be right, I think. So I'm in there. I'm just in the water. It's cold. It was cold yesterday. Saturday. By the water, you know what I mean? Because the weather changes dramatically. So I got my beach suit on, as I call it. I'll show you a post. I'll put it in the community post so you'll see what I was wearing. I like wearing that to the beach for some weird reason because I'm a weirdo, and that's all right. But for me, that's a good thing. I ain't in the mainstream, you bird. So I'm in there. I'm looking. I'm like, yo, there's sharks in here. So I told my brother who was with me. He was like, yeah, I know. I was like, what do you mean? You let me come in here, you didn't tell me? He goes, they're not going to do anything. It's dude, they got teeth. Anything with teeth and has to hunt for food, you on the menu. And there were schools of them. I think they call them nursing sharks. I tried to look it up. Didn't really go into taking any videos or pictures of them because I was enjoying myself. I wasn't on lock, And I did bring the gimbal, didn't use it. This is my first time actually walking around with this particular gimbal. It is a little heavy on the wrist. I'm not gonna say it's not, it is. Hey, hi, I'm doing well, and how are you? God bless, thank you for coming in. Just taking a walk, using my gimbal for the first time. I'm doing well. I'm doing great. Good, that's good, I'm glad you're good. Hello, hi. I'm well, how are you? Thank you for asking. Like, share, subscribe. How's your day going? You guys working right now, or what are you doing right now? You're not working right now. If you're in America, you're on vacation, right? Good, you're doing good? That's awesome. That's awesome. Good, that's good. I'm glad you're doing good. That's a start. We woke up this morning, right? Not if we didn't, we wouldn't know. It wouldn't matter, but we did. So that's good. Gets greater later. Like a good old school friend of mine used to say. When I was young, and I used to go through all this, this young people stuff, He said, listen, young man, it gets greater later. So I stick with that. I say that all the time. Oh, you sit and watch this live, right? That was a good question for me to ask. Let me show you where I am at. This is where I usually come to walk, to recalibrate. I sometimes take my shoes off and I step in the grass. I did ask. Nothing. I'm just here. I'm working today. Tomorrow today's the 29th. So I work today. I work tomorrow. And then I have half off on the 31st. And then I have off those 2 days that's celebrated. But other than that, man, just being good to myself. Paying homage to myself every day. Whether I'm sleeping, whether I'm awake. I look at me and I talk to Father and to the All Father, and we get it together and we keep it moving. That's basically what I do all day. Eating right, But today, right now, I'm just enjoying it. Let me show you where I'm at, by the way. If you haven't been here before, like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. My name is Omnicosmic. That's my name that I use, my pseudonym out here. That's what I call myself. It is actually a name. Hello, hi. It's actually a name that I picked up in a dream where I traveled to the Omnicosmos. I'll tell you about that some other time. But I just want to show you where I am today. It's very beautiful. The weather's gorgeous. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. Let me show you the lake. Ready? Now everybody say at the same time. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Isn't that pretty? Yep, this is where I come to. Listen, I come here and I'm re-energized. I went to the ocean yesterday. I went in the ocean. I felt good. So it was really good. I ate a little bit too much, which I don't really eat, but I was with my good brother. Hey, Mr. Monkey, hi. Love you so natural. Come on in, like, share, subscribe, hit that notification. But look at how pretty that is. Is that pretty? You guys tell me, let me know. I can't zoom in, can I? Let me see. Nope, because I'm not using the app. If anybody out there, if anybody out there knows how to use the DJI app to go live, if that's possible. If not, then I'll try to find a way. I was talking to my good brother, the guy I told you about that's going to give me, well, I'm going to go pick up some fishing rods that he has that he doesn't like, and I'll be able to go fishing. Jellyfish. And what is that? Ascendancy? No, I haven't. I listen, my friend, you're the first person to tell me that. I don't watch the news. Because what's going on in my life is what's going on in my life. This is how I look at it, right? Remember I said how to pay homage to yourself. It did? Nah, I didn't know. Maybe I don't know. I have no idea. I don't watch the news unless something comes my way, like you're telling me that stuff right now. If that holds true in facts, I don't know what to say. But no, I didn't hear about it. I'm out here on live. So tell me, did you like the view? Not this view, that view. And this one too. It's nice. I come in here, I recalibrate, I say hi to people, they say hi. It's really nice. I know, you're right. Not low key, actually it will affect us. Because that's the world that we're living in. Everybody's in everybody's business. Everybody's trying to control everybody. We've been like that. So yeah, I concur with your statement. Oh, it was like a chain reaction. What were they testing them? That's why I don't play with fire, man. Don't play with fire. Even if you do know what you're doing. Those folks that work with fire, what do you call those people? They have a scientific educated name. What? Pyrotechnics, right? Is that right? Even they that know supposedly you can't control fire. Fire's gonna do what it wants to do, even if it's coming out of any kind of projectile that you created, it's fire, man. It's a natural element. You can't really, don't play with fire, man. So I wanted to talk about how do you pay homage to yourself, right? It's a lot of things that a lot of people don't have a concept of, because every concept that you have about self is actually external. You don't know anything about your internal self. Most of us don't. No, you good. You're okay. That's quite. The conversation was good. It was informative. I appreciate you. Jellyfish _ ascendancy. Is that right? Did I say that right? Ascendancy. Kind of funny that word that comes up in your handle, because I used to have, and this is off the topic of paying homage to yourself, is that I created a a title, an action for each day. Today's Majesty Monday, and I live by that. What kind of majesty? Tomorrow was named originally three names. So this is a growing channel. This concept that's going on right now is growing. So I'm changing stuff all the time, and you'll see it. Me and what am I? Oh, look, no, that's not me. So I changed it from transformational, because a lot of people look at that word and the way I'm using it, and then everyone has a different understanding aside from the actual dictionary statement. Is that I'm gonna go in there and I change the name. So I changed the name to transcendency, right? Instead of transformation, because transcendency, you're gonna see tomorrow if you come on here, you're gonna see in the description, it's gonna show you the definition of transcendence. So it's now Transcendence Tuesday. So when you go in the description of the video, and I'm going to show it to you tomorrow, the reason why I chose that word. And words are chosen for certain reasons when it's used in certain sentences to have an impact in a way. So paying homage to yourself, let's get back to that. Verbally, right? Everything is thought, right? Everything is ether before it happens. Right? Am I right? You guys got to concur. Even if you're not in that field of study, which I'm not either, but I'm in the field of study in me. Oh man, my life story is a long one. We'll go through. If you come, we'll talk about it. I'll let you know. I got a lot of videos about, my childhood and how I got to this point in life, basically by surviving. Right now I'm not on that survival mode. I'm on thriving mode. So basically aligning yourself and paying homage to yourself is paying homage and aligning yourself with the Creator. Animals, trees, water, anything that's elemental, that's natural to this planet, indoctrination doesn't occur. They just know what they need to do, right? Birds do what they do. Birds of prey do what they do. Gators. It's all a system of life, period. There's nothing that you need to do. Oh, I have to do this, I have to do that. You already know that stuff. What's being taken from you is what you already know. So the alignment with yourself and the self-harmony is something that's made material. So everybody thinks they're successful because they got a BMW, got a big house, they got $1 million, they live in Beverly Hills. Drop dead and go to the hospital and see what happens then. See if that stuff matters, unless you're paying the bills, which is what's going to happen, because you're going to have to use all that stuff that you earned to pay for the sicknesses that you weren't paying attention to yourself. You weren't paying homage to yourself. You were giving homage to things outside of you, which got you sick, especially in the mind. Physically, right? So once you're able to pay homage to yourself, you're paying homage to the Creator, because He created you in His image, just like everything else, right? Just like everything else on this planet, everything. So once you do that, everything outside of you is null and void. Everything, people, situations. I like saying situations. I do that on purpose. Thank you. Circumstances, experiences, everything outside of you is outside of you. When you begin to understand that, we use that word, and I learned it from other folks that do study all this kind of stuff, because it's important what you say, how you say it, when you say it, why you said it is very important. So paying homage to yourself is like, you go to the Bible, go to Proverbs, go to Ecclesiastes, I think. There's a lot of wisdom in there on how to align yourself. There's a lot of deception, absolutely. I'm not gonna refute that. But we're misaligned right now because I'm talking about people, who have been taken out of their land, or who have been colonized and given a different way of thinking and being that's been taken from them. So we're unaligned with the natural us, right? We're putting on a persona to fit into what they want us to fit into. You understand what I'm saying? You get it? So once you're able to internalize that alignment with yourself and pay homage to yourself, everything else is everything else. And what you're doing with your life is the most primal thing that you should do, is try to get back to your light. Try to get back to your own real reality, right? And it's not outside of you. It's not television. It's not YouTube. It's not, cars. It's not cars, milk, and money. It's none of that stuff, right? It is literally none of it, right? What you got to do is figure out what it is for you. That's why I'm saying pay homage to yourself. This thing is not working right. Yeah. So I gotta be able to. I like doing a lot, but I gotta record, because if I don't record, then it's just gonna come out weak. But that's okay. I'll figure it out somewhere, somehow. Somebody got to know how to do it. And I'll ask them. So, yeah, I mean, that's kind of an intense conversation, you know. But sometimes those conversations need to be had by yourself, with you. I'm going to flip the camera real quick. I'm not really walking. I'm just going to sit down because I was at the beach on Saturday and I expended tons and tons of energy, which is good. So I'll just do that. So paying homage to yourself, right? It's those things. It's listening to yourself. We always say listen twice and speak once. It's very important. If you listen once, you're not really going to hear nothing if you're trying to respond to what you heard the first time. You hear it the second time, you get yourself a chance to respond intellectually, with patience, and with understanding. And if you don't understand, ask again, right? Because all of us don't have the same perspective. Of course we do. Of course, I know this. This is what I know. And I want to tell you this story so you can hear me out. And this is going to line all that up for you, okay? Everything that you know that you've been taught is a lie. As above, so below, so within, so without. That's the cross. As above, so below, so within. When you do the cross, that's exactly what that means. But you're not going to accept that because you don't have the education to know where that came from. You have an indoctrination of what to believe that you were told. That's a big difference, right? So when you align yourself and you begin to learn these things, you open up your mind to a whole new understanding of what you were told and what's going on actually with you. So psychedelics, listen, everything is chemical, like everything is energy, everything is electromagnetic, everything. So all you're doing is heightening your senses that are already there when you're doing psychedelics. And those heightened senses are areas in the visual, in the mind, that are already there. You just got that heightened chemical compound to bring you there. You understand what I'm saying? Nah, man, I don't do that, man. I don't label myself. I'm not religious. I'm not what you're saying right now. I'm not any of those things. My name on here is Omni Cosmic. I'm on Facebook. I've been around for 50 something years. I don't have nothing to do with that. I read a lot of books and I come to my own conclusions. Cool. So let me tell you about this alien galaxy stuff. I remember and this is from memory, man. This is from stuff that we were told that we had more than one stratosphere. What are they called? There's many of them. That's a dome. Those are domes. Now people are saying all this other stuff. The world is round. You don't know the world is round if you haven't traveled up there and looked down on your own. You're taking information just like the Bible. You don't know if that stuff really happened unless you were really there. Now, somebody telling you a story. I could tell you a story right now and you believe it because you don't know the truth. You believe it because you don't know the truth. Now, let me tell you about Mars. I just told you a minute ago I went to the Omni Cosmos. That's why I call myself Omni Cosmic, right? This is spiritual. You feel what I'm saying to you? I don't know if you guys have ever done it, but I've astroplaned on purpose, right? I don't do that. I don't celebrate those things. I'm sorry, but you know, happy life to you. I get it. So here, let's just listen to this. Just hear me out, right? So I don't do deep research until I get to the point where I'm like, yeah, okay, next. You can find it actually. That's a good question that you just asked, Jellyfish. Look it up. It's there. Omni Cosmos, you'll see it. Astroplaning is like you being here right now consciously. That's basically we're astroplaning right now in this dimension. Because once your physical is gone from this dimension, you still exist, right? You're gonna go to a different dimension. That's all it is, energy. So anyway, but you're more conscious in terms of your matrix of reality here. You see yourself as you see me right now. See, so there's still that connection to your physical because your physical is still operating, and then you become conscious that you're out of body experience. You're aware. You listen. I've been there, done that more than one time. You know, first couple of times I was like, whoa! I knew that I was where I was at. That's basically what it is. No, no, I had a lot of people in the military, but no, I didn't get a chance to serve. But peace and love to those folks all over the world. So like I said, alignment. We're talking about alignment, but let me tell you what you asked your question about the universe or whatever you want to call it, right? Universe is two words. Uni means one. Verse means a song verse. When you're singing a song and it got a verse, so that means if you put it together, one song. That's basically what that means. There's no physical actual place. No, I wasn't a normal kid. I didn't hang around with nobody. I was always by myself. I loved basketball. That was one of my first loves. I played basketball all the time. If I wasn't playing, I was practicing. I never really watched basketball. But I wasn't in the crowd. I'm still not in the crowd. I tried to be, didn't work for me. I got eaten up and spit out by those people. But I'm still here. So let me tell you this. The population they're not saying that now, but the investigation of Mars, we're sending stuff out there, right? Okay. Shuttles, blah, blah, blah. Now just hear me out. We're not from this place, right? We're not from here. Because if we can leave here and come back, that means you're not from here. You understand? So animals and trees, they don't have clothes. They just are as they are. But we need clothes, we need chemicals, we need all this stuff to protect us from this planet. Why? Because we're not from here, period. Now, look it up. You're not from here. You came from somewhere else and you came through the portal of your mom, right? The Milky Way. Okay, the Big Bang Theory is your father and your mother's the Milky Way. Come on with it. Wake up, love your soul, not your road. That's just my own perspective. So as we're going to Mars, just check this out. It takes 6 months supposedly to get there? You don't know. Like I said, if you didn't do it, it's just a story, right? If you didn't do it and if you can't see it and if it was a first-hand experience for you, it's just a story. That's all it is. That's all it is. Until it comes to your front door, like somebody was saying earlier that something happened in Russia, it ain't here. It's not here. I'm not here. It's not here with me. It's a story. It's a story. Now, how do I make that story real? Is by digging into it, is by looking at it, is by watching it, is by repeatedly thinking about it. Now, repeatedly thinking about something is paying homage to yourself when you're trying to align yourself with the Most High. You do it just like the news, just like video games. It's repetitive. That's how you pay homage to yourself. But other than that, so we're going to Mars. We're putting stuff on Mars, right? We're trying to populate Mars, right? It takes 6 months to get to Mars. Is that right? Can somebody tell me if I'm wrong? No, I'm not. I don't do none of that stuff, man. Like I said, it is what it is. It is what you see through your own eyes. If you stand out here, I'll show you a picture and you look. You go to the beach. I was at the beach 2 days ago, right? Yeah. And I had my phone and I looked across the ocean. There was no curves. I couldn't see no curves. You got to be a certain level to see a curve. Okay, so once I get to that certain level to see the curve, then I'll say, yep, the world is curvy. I'm not going to say it's round because I got to go around it to say it's round, right? No, I'm not that. I listen to it. I don't investigate it. Like, I'm not passionate about it because it's not something that is affecting me immediately, like in my life. You feel me? That's important to somebody else, right? Oh, we got to find out the truth. Okay, that's your finding out the truth. I'm finding out the truth in me. Because in the Bible, it says the kingdom of God is within you. Now, when they say that, it's convoluted. The word God, the word kingdom, you got to look that stuff up, break it down, and see what it means to you, not to anybody else. It doesn't matter what it means to anybody else. It creates conflict and dissonance in your mind what somebody else thinks about what you perceive, because you're perceiving it with your own experience. It's your story. So let me tell you about the Mars thing before I start answering all these questions, because they're coming in a mile a minute. Give me a second. So again, we're populating Mars. Check it. This is supposedly Mars, and this is us. It takes us 6 months to get there, supposedly, right? So let's just say we implanted humans. Let's say we're doing that now. So the humans that we first put there are part of the military or the NASA folks, whatever. So they're under contract with them. What's in the Bible is called what do they call it in the Bible? I'll find it. It's a contract. So if you violate the contract, we murking you. You out of here. You see what they do to anybody who's in the government, and they try to go against them. What they do? They get rid of them. Am I right? Tell me I'm right, or tell me I'm wrong. So the people who are in Mars, right? They're gonna pay homage to the ships. Listen to me. To the ships and the UFOs that come every now and again. So once the people start getting older and the civilization starts to unfold, it's unfolding under the control of those who put them on that planet. You understand what I'm saying? Get this. So let's just say, like I just told you earlier, we're not from here. Somebody planted us here just like they're doing in Mars. And the gods of Mars are humans. But they don't know that. Because you keep them in the dark, you keep them in control, you give them what you want them to know. It's the same thing that happened here. But eventually, we got God gene. They're gonna go, or God's gonna go. Let me stop saying God. But the Almighty Master is gonna go, hey dude, look. This ain't Eden. You've been Eved again. And listen to what I'm just saying to you. You've been Eved again. Again? So if you look up the word deceive, just listen to it. I put a video in my again, somebody was passing by music. It's not my music. Please don't strike me. I'm in public right now. So that's the same thing that was done here. Supposedly now, again, you're not going to know nothing unless you experience it. It's not about you. I put a video on my YouTube about the ritual of New Year's. And it's very interesting and very true. So if you get a chance, actually I put the link. Did I? I think I put the link for tomorrow's live, but maybe I didn't. I'll find it and I'll put it in there so you guys can watch it. Watch the whole thing. It's probably like 50 minutes. You know, I know a lot of us, they say we got ADHD, right? So 50 minutes I think is good. It's very interesting if you're interested in that. So that's my take on Mars and aliens. Aliens always existed. If you go to another country, you're an alien. If you go to another world, you're an alien. Same deal. Psychedelics, I already talked about that. Psychedelics will just open up what's already there, what's been closed off to you by Father Time. Who's Father Time? Saturn. Who's Saturn? Satan. Blah, 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 blah. It goes on and goes on and goes on. The rabbit hole is deep. I only get to an understanding where I know. I've been in church. I've been in mosque. I've been whatever. All them religions been there. Never felt any good. Always felt bad. I always had to do stuff. I was always regulated about how I'm supposed to think, how I'm supposed to treat people, No, it's not about regulating. Of course, you have a society and you need to be a certain way, but that way is already in your DNA. So you already know that. You already know how to respect your parents, how to follow. But now it's so we've been so indoctrinated to do the opposite, literally. Your parents didn't know me better. My mom, they didn't know. They abandoned me. They didn't know. They beat me. They did all kinds of stuff to me. They because they were serving what they thought was the right. They were serving the God, and that God Lord is not the one. Not for us anyway, right? Because you causing damage and killing people to take their stuff because you just want to. That ain't righteous to me. That's my point. Thank you. Now, I've been to Puerto Rico. I've been to here. I lived in Providence, Rhode Island. I don't know if you guys know the states or anything. I moved to Rochester. I lived in New York, upstate New York, Syracuse. I know those places exist because I've been there. But you're absolutely right. Like I said, you don't know anything unless you experience it, period. There's a saying, I forget this guy's name, but he's like one of those philosopher dudes, supposedly. He says, know that you know nothing at all. That's written down. It's a story. There's nothing for you to know. What you need to know is what's in turn your inner verse. That's what you need to know. That's what you need to pay homage to. Then everything's gonna be everything. And you're gonna live in alignment no matter what happens physically. This is not yours. It just doesn't belong to you. This belongs to something else, not to you. So you can't control it. Whether they take your body away from you, doesn't matter. You're still gonna have that energy and connection. The stronger you make that connection, the less you're gonna fear death, the less you're gonna feel transcending. It ain't gonna matter to you. Matter of fact, you probably word, man, I'm out of here, right? You're free. You can do whatever you want, whenever you want. You could do that now. You could do that now. But again, I put the video up. I think it's in the description for tomorrow in the morning. So come on in. I'm working on Joshua, the book of Joshua. We're working on that. We're going through that. It's kind of the same as the book previous to it, with the Israelites moving from land and just like causing wars and taking stuff. I'm on that right now, and I'm just gonna follow the books of the New Testament. Once I get to the New Testament, I'm gonna do reverse. But it's gonna take a while. But I'm trying to do Saturdays, what they call the Sabbath, which again, religion is to regulate your mind. All right, take it easy. Thank you. Me, same here, same here. Have a good one.
Wait, don't do this.
So it's a beautiful day, as you can see. It's gorgeous, right? Look at the sky. Look at that beautifulness. What? So come on down here, come and visit, come on in. It's beautiful over here almost all the time. Normally the weather is like, from June to November to June, something like that. It's rainy all the time. It's not that good. But look, right now, today, I don't know what we're in January, right? I think, or almost. See, I don't watch time. I don't live off time. I don't do that, man. You limit yourself when you create these end and start dates, right? When you have, today's the end of May, today's the beginning of May, today's gonna start this, you're living off a clock. And the video that I put in there is about that. Been knew that, done that, got the t-shirt, burned it in the bonfire. But it's there for you to look at if you choose to. Cool? So I'm out of here. It's been a half an hour. I usually stay for 45 minutes, but it's a nicer day. I'm gonna enjoy more than a nicer day than just sitting here talking to y'all. Love your soul, not your role, you already know. Listen twice and speak once. I'll see you in the next one. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Wake up.